Everyone, welcome to lesson 2.7. Here's your objective. I will be able to find the percent of a number. Key word being of. Of is going to mean multiply. Let's see why. All right, so 15% of 300. So that's 15% of means times, 15% times 300. First thing you have to do is turn your percent into a decimal. And we know from last time if we swoop to the left, it'll become 0.15 or 15 hundredths. So 15% of 300 is really 300 times 0.15, but I'm going to ignore my decimal like we did from chapter 3. So here we go. What's 5 times 0? 0. You guys can help me out if you want. What's 5 times 0?
0.
5 times 3?
15.
15. There we go. Then I annex a 0 down here. 1 times 0?
0.
1 times 0?
0.
1 times 3?
3.
All right, so I add them all together. I get 0, 0, 5, 4. So my answer is not 4,500 because that 15% is really 0.15. I swoop to the left, and the answer is 45. The other way I could have done this one, because percents of 300, I know 15% of 100 is 15, 15% of 200 is 30, and 15% of 300 would be 45. That's a quick way to do percentages of 100. All right, so let's try this one. 220%. I know that's over 100%, but 220% of 65. Which one has more digits? Well, after I change this into a decimal, 1, 2, it just becomes 2.2. And 65 has 2 digits, so it doesn't matter which one's on top. So I'm going to do 2.2 times 65. All right, I'm going to ignore my decimal until after. Here we go, everyone, help me out. What's 5 times 2?
10.
5 times 2? Plus 1? Annex a 0. What's 6 times 2?
12.
6 times 2?
12.
Plus 1?
13.
All right, so I add it all together. I have 0, 3, 4, 1. But I have one decimal in there, one place value spot. So I swoop it right there, and my answer is 143. So 220% of 65 is 143. Let's try an example that is going to be less than 1%. That is 0.25%. I know you can't really see it too well, so I'll make it a little bigger right there. 0.25%. Wow. So if I'm going to scoop 2 to the left, this becomes a lot more digits. It becomes 0.025. So I'm going to have 0.0025 times 58. All right, now I can ignore these 2 zeros. Just keep in mind my decimals right here. So here we go. What's 8 times 5? What's 8 times 2?
16.
Plus 4?
20.
I'm going to ignore those 2 zeros for now if they're at the end. Annex a 0 down here. What's 5 times 5? 5 times 2?
10.
Plus 2? 12. And that would be 5 times 0. I'd have 0, and 5 times 0 is 0. So I'm going to ignore those for now and add them together. What's 0 plus 0? 5 plus 0? 2 plus 2? 1 plus nothing? But now I have a lot of decimal points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My answer is 145 thousandths. It So don't forget, percentages have to turn into decimals. This was 25%. So it was 0.25%. So I scooped to the left and I had to fill in those zeros. That's why I had 4 place value spots to the right of the decimal. And that's why my answer was not 1,450, but 0.1450. All right, now it's your turn. You have 3 questions. 32% of 60. I'm going to start that one for you. Turn this into a decimal. It becomes 0.32. What does the word of mean?
Times.
What does the word of mean?
Multiply.
Multiply. So it would be 0.32 times 60. and then you could solve from there. And don't forget that you have 2 place value spots. This one, you're going to scoop 2 to the left again, and you're going to have 4 place value spots when you do 55 times 220. And right here, you're going to scoop 2 place value spots and have 2.75 times 4. Good luck, and we'll see you soon.